Pivot is simply this. It's a basketball term. Athletes, basketballers, when they are faced with obstruction from their opponents, they don't just run away with the ball, right? One foot is anchored onto the floor, onto the ground, while he tries to shuffle and navigates his way, finding other loopholes with the other. So one leg needs to pivot on something you know or you're known for, you're expert of, your strength. What I'll do is, instead of going into marketization, I'll share about productization, because these are pivoting strategies that most of us can readily get our hands involved in and start thinking through. Okay, there are 4 steps. Actually, they are sequential, but I'd rather put them as points. 4 different points. Number 1, if you have a service, and most of us, because we're in a service-related economy, this whole 21st century, most of our products are, most of our work is services. Now's the time to productize, because remember, you have to offer solutions, right? Not sell time. So if you have time-based services like, hey, I am a counselor, I charge 1 hour, how much? Well, you have to learn how to productize. A good example is what Adeline is doing. Adeline has a service of like counseling service, therapy, but she put it online, and it's become an e-product, and people actually don't buy her time, because once you put it online, firstly it's globalized, secondly it's 24-hour, right? So you digitize that. So she digitized her therapy services. Or you have got ideas, consultants, please don't sell time, because firstly you're going to be pit against price point, and that doesn't serve anyone. Okay, the whole community suffers because of that. And secondly, you can't scale time, guys. You can't. So you productize. Now, I'm not interested in this. Some of you already have products. What do? You go to second run, right? You deproductize. Right now, during this COVID period, because of the novelty factor, everybody's jump shipping. Hey, don't stick to your old guns. Don't stick to your old products. Rename it. Break it down into the most rudimentary elements, what I call building blocks, and then start looking at, hey, maybe I can sell this piece. Yeah, after all, people are going down to low ticket items. Yeah, high ticket items is always going to raise eyebrows. They are always going to be suspicious. Wow, this guy still selling on stage for $1,800, $2,200. Adam Khoo, Eric Feng, all these people can do that, and even they are dropping their high ticket to low ticket. Hey, but what's the smart thing about that? Because everything's digitized, right? Everything's online. When you go low ticket, you can go high volume. So you make it up with volume and sales. So anyway, you break it down to your most rudimentary parts, the components, and you can start selling small little things. What I call SLO, self-liquidating offers. A little bit about that in my business class, not here. Then for some of you who are able to break it down. Now, if you don't have a product, it's hard to break it down, right? And if you can't deproductize, you can't reproductize. You build it up, you repackage them, you rename them, you rebrand it. So I've got one that I just conducted last night only. Again, I'm in the services, in the trainers, guys, coaches, you're in the services industry. You better productize. So I used to have one that trains the trainers, a coach, and it's a high ticket. It sells for about $2,200 per person over 3 months. It's a DWF product, meaning do it with you, right? But now that's too high ticket, and nobody's going to do that since everybody's on lockdown, right? So I broke it down to a new one. Last night I offered it my 3rd preview. It's called BCP, Breakthrough Coaching Program. Totally new name. Nobody has, but actually the elements all came from my old products, my old programs, my training programs. So you can rename it, rebrand, so that it's something unfamiliar. Nobody can compare it with your previous or even with your competition, right? Reproductize it. Last one, and this is something interesting. I'll spend a little bit more time here. You can cross-productize. Come on, think smart, man. Don't just try and do things yourself. Think collaboration and package the best of your friends of your partners, your collaborators' products. You know, you take an A from there, you take a B, you take a C from somewhere, okay? And then you can repackage it. So that's why we need to work together. And as a community, we begin to look at strengths from different people, or obviously you can spot out weaknesses as well. But when you want to collaborate, it's supposed to be win-win. So you take a few, you can drive it, you can lead this brand, but make sure it's new and make sure it offers the best of everybody. Oh, one of my favorite food from this same hawker center is the fish soup. I was so surprised 3 weeks ago. I went there, they came out with a new menu, a new brand, because they sell expensive fish, as you know, fish, what, $5-6. I would expect them to lower the price right now if they want new customers, right? Or if they want to keep existing ones like me. So their fish soup now actually reduced in the fish slices. My goodness. But I'm not complaining, because when I saw this, they added other ingredients. They put in the fish more, the meat. Now, all this has got nothing to do with fish soup. Just a fish soup. But they added all these other ingredients, so it looked good. It tasted great. It's a new flavor. And it looks substantial enough for them to still maintain their price point, which is about $6 plus $7, $8. All right. I had no qualms with paying, because firstly, it tasted good. Secondly, it was novel. Thirdly, it actually seemed like there was more value for money.